Dr. Flowers, what are your general feelings about there being so many differences in the church? Calvinism, provisionism. I often get discouraged. I understand the discouragement. I mean, sometimes people can see the distinctions and the differences as a blight on the Christian church. And okay, this really great theologian that I love and admire believes this, but this other really great theologian that I love and admire believes this. Even these two guys I actually agree with on most things still disagree about this thing, and it's just so disheartening. Why can't we all just get along and agree with each other on these things, and you feel discouraged? Personally, the disagreements among believers over different doctrines is the greatest proof for free will that there is, because even we as regenerate men and women indwelled by the Spirit of God can disagree over disputable matters and interpretations of Scripture. And that's a reflection of the fact that God has given us a level of autonomy and freedom. And what's really disheartening to me is that God would sovereignly and unchangeably ordain disagreements among his church and his bride. That doesn't make any rational sense to me as to why God would ordain this good brother over here to believe this thing about this verse, and he ordained this other brother to believe this other thing about this verse, just for some secret reason that he's not revealing to us. That seems very shallow and untenable. It's just not a workable way of thinking about how God works in this world. What makes much more sense is much like we see a real father with real children who have differing personalities and values and backgrounds and understandings of things, and how a true loving father who loves all of his children, all of which have differing views and values and opinions, but that he can still show and demonstrate his love for them despite their mistakes. And there are mistakes. That the reflection of these different beliefs in the church, different denominations, different beliefs, is a reflection of the mistakes and sin of men. We make mistakes. And I don't blame that on God by saying he decreed our mistakes. I blame it on the men for making mistakes. I blame it on myself for making mistakes. And so I think that our worldview, provisionist worldview, deals with the issues of the diverse beliefs among Christians much more rationally than the Calvinistic system would.